What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima,
This is not
not
another damn
another damn podcast.
presented by
Our damn selves.
357. Shout out Oaktown. Yeah.
Mag.
Or Mag. Let's go. Yeah. For all my gun community. 357 Magnum. Let's go, baby. So, yeah. Those got a lot of kick to them. Yeah. So if you don't know what you're doing, it's like don't go to the range with that. It's like, yeah. Me and
Want me
Babe
to look
went
like
like
that?
a couple, like was it last year? We went. Me and Babe went to the range, and she fired a 357 Magnum and almost knocked her off her ass because she's little. She's
She,
like barely
she's
five, like
petite,
five
yeah.
two. She's 5'2",
She's
and
petite, yeah.
Lloyd didn't say she's 5'2". It's like yeah. So when she fired it, it almost knocked her on the ass. The 357.
You'll be looking like that guy in the car that was that idiot that, that
That
was shooting
Magnum
it.
firing a gun off. Yeah. But yeah, the 357
Idiot.
Magnum definitely got some serious recoil. So like if you gotta hold that one tight with two hands and shit, 'cause it will knock you out.
That's why
But
it's bullshit when they show them like with Desert Eagles in movies. They just
oh my
be
god,
like, like those
all
are
of this is
big
gonna be
guns.
sore and shit. All of this is gonna be sore. You fired this.
Desert Eagles are really big guns. So
Some of them come in 50 caliber, so they like, yeah, they up there. It's like some of them, they got the
maybe
50
having people like just like it's just nothing.
guns like what's his name? Who was it? AWACS. So yeah, hey homie, you need some help. That was he shot dude about 10 times with a fucking Desert Eagle. So I know that nigga was sore. After that.
Leon said off had Desert Eagles.
Leo had Desert Eagle. Yeah, that's like two like
Nicholas Cage and Face Off had
I haven't
Desert.
watched that. Yeah, I think he did have them. I
He
know
did when he put the gun to the pilot's head. He was like, "It's a big fucking gun. Shoot the plane." When he like, yeah.
I know I know Cleo definitely had him and set it off and AWACS said, hey homie, you need some help. Because somebody like that was like in the comment section, somebody had posted a picture of it. I go follow gun channel, yeah, on the gun pages, like posted a picture, like, and then somebody in the comments like, yeah, that's the hey homie, you need some help gun. If you know, you know it. Like for those that didn't see Menace to Society, so like the less melanated, they didn't get the joke. But like, I definitely that's
Hey
the
yo, homie, you need some
that's the
help.
homie you need some help, gun. That's what you call it. Shout out AWACS MC8 shit. Menace to Society. Let's go. But 357 also mentioned Oaktown 357. If you're like 90s rap, or they might even been 80s and shit. They were part of MC Hammer's fucking clique. They were like, yeah, it's like they were around the same time JJ Fad, the little girl groups that nobody
Yeah,
remembered. Like
Supersonic.
Oaktown 357 is out during that same era.
Hey, baby D. I still don't know what baby D is saying. I'm
Yeah.
light skinned. I still don't know what she's saying.
And HWA, shout out Kimmy Kim, like during that era.
Ah, oh,
It
yeah, dudes.
was that era, like was like the little girl groups, like yeah, but
So let's
Oaktown
stop. Let's
357 was
let's
one of those groups. Yeah.
so us elder millennials and Xers, us old people, let's stop saying that sexy red is problematic. We had that back then.
Oh,
So let's stop.
knock it
Let's
off.
get off the high horse for a second.
It was a group called Hoes with Attitudes and Bitches with Problems. They were out simultaneously. I used to
Bitches
mix
with
them up.
problem.
Yeah,
What?
it's like HWA and BWP. It was like, yeah, I used to mix the two groups up. Kimmy Kim was HWA. Now I know that's how I know the difference now because of Kimmy Kim. Before that, I used to like confuse. I mixed them up. I thought they were the same group, but yeah, they used to mix up both. It's like early '90s rap. Yeah, that's what we had now.
So that's just my thing. It's like let's just get off the high horse because that's my thing that I was like as I
Especially
age
like
up, I didn't
even
want to do that.
even we like throw all of those ones in the trash bin, like the ones nobody remembers. We had Little Kim, we had Foxy. It's like, hey,
We
we
have
had
little Ken with the crotch shot,
you know
the
the shot
poster,
I'm talking about, and
crotch shot.
Foxy did the same shot a little bit after, like when she was in her little Kim phase and shit. We also had Trina and shit. You don't know now,
Trina.
that run the train like me, like we had Trina.
Mhm.
We had that
What you
dude.
call it? Wasn't as a She was more like hard. I would say Eve was more hard. Like
He
Eve
was a
wasn't.
boy in a skirt. Yeah, that's what she
Yeah,
was.
Eve was hard because Eve was like, "I'll smack you, dude. I'll smack you in the face." Eve was like that with the guys. Like Eve was like, "I'm the rough chick that'll fight dudes." Like Eve was like that. So Eve wasn't as raunchy like that.
Well, yeah,
She was.
sexual rap has been around as long as rap has
Yeah.
been around. So, hey, it is what it is.
We had Kaya, my neck, my back.
Pop, like,
I can't even say the rest of the song. Like it's very vulgar. Very, very vulgar.
I had a student named Kaya, and I did, yeah, no, and I was finding hard to not mention that song. It's like, yeah, I was like, Kaya's like, yeah, there's a rapper named Kaya. She's like, yeah, I hear that all the time. I was like, said, we're not gonna sing the song in class. So you
The
got to
way
worry
the
about
song
that.
starts,
We're not
all
singing
you
the song
ladies,
in class.
all you ladies pop you up, see like this. Don't quit now. All you ladies pop you up, see like this.
Just pop that.
What?
Just,
So let's get off
I
the high
said, we
horse.
definitely not singing the song in class. I was like, don't got to worry about that. Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta get off of it. So that's the advice I give to us the older generation, as the young people say, the people born in the late 1900s, i.e., us.
Yeah, because I kept calling her Kia. It's like, but she's like, oh, it's Kaya. I said, oh, like the rapper.
Kaya.
I was like, yeah, you don't worry, we're not gonna sing the fucking song. So not doing that today.
Embarrassing, embarrassing.
But you know what we in right now? All my pro wrestling WWE fans. It's like this is a season, like I said, like say Chicago has 2 seasons, but this it's a 2.5 seasons. Yeah, we're in WrestleMania season, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Chicago got 2 seasons, like I said, like freezing cold, hot as hell. We got 2 seasons in
This
Chicago.
is actually a good time, though. I said, well, you can go into WrestleMania, but we have other. It's like a nice little
Oh no, yeah. I'm just like
amount of things happening right
I'm
now in the
kick it off
sports
right now
world.
for my wrestling fans, WrestleMania season.
That's not wrestling.
Yeah, which we just had night one. It's like, yeah, it's, well, like I said, as we recorded it, we'll be after the whole weekend as this comes out. But it was some like Rock made his return after like over a decade. I think over 2013 was his last match.
Hmm.
The Rock came back. Yeah, he still was like in rock shape.
It's
Yeah.
WrestleMania 40, so I mean, it's huge. This is the 40th anniversary. So
I was like, okay,
wow.
Rock made his comeback. Yeah. So, and it's like some other surprises probably gonna happen. People are predicting Stone Cold and John Cena, like they expecting them.
Hmm.
We'll know if they showed up after this is recording. Like so I was like, might be because they do have surprises. So expecting the two of them to make cameos. So I think that would be exciting.
My thing I can't unsee about the whole John Cena was that prank phone
John
call.
Cena. Oh, and his name is John Cena.
John Cena. That shit was hilarious. You can just see the wife, you can just hear her just getting more and more agitated on the phone. The wife, but one thing, why does she keep on
He
picking
kept
up the
that
phone?
bad deal when every time the radio station calls. Yeah, and she would knew it was him sometimes. You better not be his fucking wrestling shit. Like she just started just going off and
And John Cena, like some of the matches, the spit swapping match.
The Undertaker, Triple H, CM Punk, and John Cena.
The John Cena.
Going in. My funniest one I like was you have a collect call from
You have
John.
a collect off from John Cena. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, just Google John Cena
prank
prank
call.
call.
Yeah.
Radio station prank call. John Cena radio station prank call.
It's, like,
It's 7 minutes
if you don't watch wrestling, you'll still find this shit hilarious.
like my thing I leave with this. It won't be like I want my 7 minutes back. Like that's some of the best 7 minutes that you'll have. Like listen to that prank phone call.
If you wanted to continue, they left you wanting more. It's like I wish it would have lasted another 7 minutes. It's like you wanted more. That's how funny this shit was. It's like
My thing is at the wife at the point, if they just kept on calling me, I just could see like, okay, I'll buy the pay-per-view. I would just it's like you got I could see
that's funny.
waving the white flag. I'm like, I give up because it's like clearly you're a little bit more persistent than I am. So
That shit was classic, man.
that's the thing I think about when I think about John Cena.
Make me want to do a prank like that on my radio show.
John Cena.
His name is John Cena.
Lil was talking about John Cena. I don't know why he was talking about John Cena one day. I was like, do you know who John Cena is?
John Cena. So he can see him there.
I don't know why he was talking about John Cena. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw him like mention it as a reference on like another show that he was watching. I think they made reference like a pop culture reference.
Tell him Uncle Oz met John Cena. I should post my page WrestleMania. See, I should post my John Cena.
Yeah.
I met
Did
him
you
at
meet John Cena?
WrestleMania when it was here in Chicago. It was at '06, I think. Yeah, so it was
He looked like I always say he looked like a swole ass Mark Wahlberg. That's what I would say. Like they should play like brothers or cousins or something in the movie. I think they should. They definitely favor. He looks like he could be family with
we
them. He
showed him
does.
met him after that damn prank call. That's all I would have been talking about. Here, then they did the prank call with it. His name is John Cena. I heard that shit. If he didn't, I would have played it for him on the spot.
And I kind of you met though at WrestleMania. You met whatchamacallit. You met
Which
Pee
one?
Wee Herman.
You Herman. That was in Atlanta. So that was
Hmm.
2011, I think. Yeah, that was rest of Atlanta. Yeah. So that was
Yeah.
27, I think. Yeah, WrestleMania 27. I'm just doing the math. Yeah, counting back from 40. So that was the one in Atlanta. Yeah, Pee Wee Herman was at the press conference. Yeah, it was some big names like Stone Cold was there. It's like it was a lot of people. That was Cena was at that one too. I thought about saw met him there too. He was at that one.
With the wrestling, I mean, like I've fallen off of it, but I would watch. I should maybe watch WrestleMania. I might watch. I might watch it today.
So live on Peacock. Yeah.
I might watch it. Yeah.
Man, Cody Rhodes going for the world titles, the son of the American Dream, baby.
That's it.
Cody Rhodes, baby. So that's
I mean, I just feel like I'm just so out of touch. Like I don't know. Like in my mind, wrestling is still Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, and Undertaker. That's who wrestling still is for me.
oh, good you mentioned that because Hall of Fame was on Friday. Yeah, you know they when they induct
Oh,
like the other legends, like they do that like in
uh-huh.
for Mania every year, and IRS was one of the people that went in. It's like IRS went in.
We're our shyster.
Uh, on our sites. And
Evil
it's fun.
tax man.
It's perfect too because we're in tax season, so
We're
it's
in tax season,
perfect
yes.
to put IRS in the Hall of Fame because we're in tax season.
I
So
still say that Vince McMahon should have did my idea. I said he should have had Undertaker death and
death and
taxes.
taxes, yeah, death and taxes would have been wild as hell.
And you can't escape because you can't escape death, you
No
can't
one
escape
beats death. Have
taxes.
them like go on a winning streak. Like no one beats death and taxes. Yeah.
Undertaker looking like, yeah.
He was at Hall of Fame. Like he was there supporting. Yeah, Taker was there, so it's good.
Nice.
My birthday brethren. Yeah, he was March 24th. Yeah. He was born like some years before me, obviously, but yeah, same birthday though. Yeah.
Bret Hart's another one I still think about. When I think about wrestling. Still Bret Hart for me.
Bret the Hitman Hart, baby.
Hitman with the pink because he wore the hot pink
Sunglasses, yeah.
sunglasses. I always thought he was so cool. He
Yeah,
had the hair,
it was like
the
Bret.
curly hair. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that's their favorite of all time. I know quite a few fans like Bret Hart is their guys. Like Macho Man was my guy growing up, but I know a lot of Bret Hart fans. And it's
Who was
funny
that who
because
liked Ric Flair? Was it Feast that liked Ric Flair or Philip?
Philip, I was just about to mention we were just talking about wrestling with our good
Right. I was like, somebody like Ric Flair. I know what you got.
uh, Brett might have been Feast's guy, but I know Ric Flair. Philip was a Ric Flair. Ric Flair was like a bad guy, but he was like that cool bad guy because yeah, he was limousine riding, jet
He
flying.
had the feather boa and the robe that he would
And
wear.
he had hot girls on. He had
Girls he would
the
walk in
the
with.
Lear jets and like the limousines. So like
He had the feathered hair too. He always had his
like
coif was always
yeah,
nice. He always had the nice hair. He had the nice feathered hair.
he was the villain, but he was that cool bad guy that people like.
Ooh,
And his daughter, she's a wrestler now, Charlotte. So yeah,
really?
she's around. So like
I
we
like
doing
it.
next gen is like the next
I
gen.
like it.
A lot of the wrestlers now like are like the offspring of ones we grew up watching. It's like
Mm-hmm.
going to their parents'
It's
foot.
like Cody Rhodes. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name? The late Bray Wyatt was IRS's son. We just lost him last year. The COVID.
Oh, that was Iris. I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
36, young dude. Yeah, he just yeah. And I was at his last match. I didn't realize that because he has a documentary of him on Peacock that I was watching, and it said who would have thought this match in Rockford? Well, I was like, I was at that match in Rockford. I didn't know that was his So I was at Bray Wyatt's last match. I didn't realize that until I watched the documentary. I was like, I was there. Wow, who knew? It's like, yeah, because
Mhm.
he got sick right after that, and then he was like off TV for a while, and then like maybe like some months later, I didn't realize that was his last match. I thought it was one of his last matches, but that was his very last one. I was like, I was there.
So that's a very treasured moment that you actually got to experience that. So you actually got to be there.
Yeah,
I think it's dope that like you're still like into your wrestling, like because
yeah.
you
Like
know you've been watching wrestling
I had
like
faith
eight.
while I was out of
Yeah,
it. Like I'm definitely like, yeah, I'm fully back in. So
you've been with us since like eight, right? Seven or eight or whatever. You've been
yeah,
watching wrestling.
it's like WrestleMania 2 was the first Mania I watched, so that was yeah, that
Yeah,
was
you were like a little boy
mid
watching
mid
wrestling.
80s. It's like yeah, and then Saturday night's main event was on around that time. That was like when SNL would like go on hiatus, and then like the wrestling
Ah, okay.
Saturday night's main event is like, and me, I always look forward to that more than SNL. Oh, especially after Eddie left, I didn't really care about SNL. Of course, like after Eddie, then Saturday night's main event was what I look forward to. The good old days. Kids don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but yeah. Saturday Night Live will like yeah, wrestling would take it over like every like quarterly, let's say something like that. They would take it over quarterly and do the
Dope.
Saturday Night main event. Yeah. We also on March Madness, yeah. Getting to the nitty gritty on that.
Yeah.
I start on the
I stopped caring after last week.
everybody did, but yeah, because well,
after
personally,
after UConn.
but for another reason, a lot of other people, yeah, you after UConn like stomped Illinois,
Eliminated the shit out of Illinois, my school.
stomped Illinois.
Me and Feast was watching the game. We were like, we had just came from the kid's birthday party, and Feast was like, okay, I'll just come by and watch the game at your house or whatever. So we were saying, we were like, yeah, okay, yeah, tie the half, okay, tie, we got a chance. And then they opened up the half with like going on a 30-0 run. And we was like, and we were watching it like, what the hell? Like, what just happened? We were like,
Well, yeah, UConn. We'll mention them. Yeah, they wanted one of the Final Four teams, and now are in the championship game,
yeah,
which will be tonight. As you hear this, is like as always that Monday. So yeah, when this comes out, championship game will be tonight. Because like Final Four was UConn, Alabama, Purdue, North Carolina State. It's like Alabama, they gone, and NC State got stomped 2 inches, so they out of there. So now your national championship game is Purdue and UConn. That's where we at now. So
I don't care about either of them. But by default, I guess I have to say Purdue because UConn
Midwest,
eliminated
Indiana,
us.
and Midwest too. Yeah,
And
Indiana.
Midwest, yeah.
Our next door neighbors, Indiana.
And
So
UConn eliminated us. So I want someone to kick their ass now.
that's your
I'm
final
petty like
four.
that.
On the men's side, yeah, we didn't even get to the women, which were what everybody really cared about was the women's side. It's the first time in history, like I think, yeah, the women's tournament.
Got more hype.
That's what they were watching, like the women's brackets. Like I'm about to
Mhm.
pull that up now, tell you where we stand.
Well, when you have like Steph Curry and LeBron James talking about the ladies' side too, because weren't they talking about the women's side? So you have these
Steph,
giants in NBA
Steph,
talking about them.
Steph was looking at what they compare his female counterpart is what he was watching because that's what they compare. Caitlin Clark, they calling her like she's gonna be like to the WNBA what Steph Curry was to the NBA. That's what
Mm.
they predicting. Like anything can happen because college to pro, like anything. But that's the comparisons they're making. They saying she's gonna be
She
Steph
got
Curry.
shot then. Okay, she got shot. All
Yeah,
right.
they compare her to Steph Curry. That's what I've been seeing. But women's final four, yeah, we had Iowa with Caitlin Clark yeah, versus UConn on the women's side. They were kicking ass too, yeah. So yeah, we had that game that went down, and we had South Carolina and North Carolina State. So North Carolina State and UConn were good on both sides. The
On
men
both sides. That's really good. Yeah.
was good. UConn, they weren't ready for Caitlin. Just like they wasn't ready for Caitlin. I thought a lot of people thought we're gonna get to the previous round, which is what everybody really cared about. But yeah, right
Mhm.
now, will this the championship game will have aired by the time, so we don't know. So congratulations going out to NCAA women's national champions. That's what we had. But the championship game is Iowa and South Carolina. heavy hitters right there, two heavy hitters.
Mm.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark on the Iowa side, like who's like I said, they can making the Steph Curry, who some are saying is the greatest female college baller of all time. She does have the record for the most points and all of that. So
So
it's
it's Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Miller check in the chat like
oh
they
yeah,
looking
yeah, yeah.
like.
There's definitely been a lot of talk about that. Yeah, definitely been a lot
I
of
think that Cheryl was
Cheryl
she
Miller
didn't
is like the what people consist the consensus like go as far as like college
I
female.
think that like how they say in New York it's like the mecca for basketball. I think that she's like the mecca for
Yeah.
because like I don't think that she really got the flowers that she deserved because they didn't have WNBA back then. They didn't
That's
have
in the 80s and shit. Yeah. So yeah.
yeah. But the fact that she scored 100 points
Yeah.
in a game.
Cheryl played like she was I didn't know I was just getting into basketball, so I definitely wasn't watching no women's hoops then. But Cheryl, it's legendary stories about Cheryl Miller from I didn't
And
see a
she
lot, but it was like, yeah, it's some legendary
and
stuff.
she beat Khadija on Living Single.
That's probably was yeah,
That's what I know her from.
Miller was like living single. That was her
That was my first
or
time
her high
really.
school rival, whatever it was. Is like,
Yeah. Right. Rival.
and Khadijah still was terrible. It's like, and Cheryl Miller was still Cheryl Miller and shit. It's like because he scored like one basket and was celebrating. It's like, yeah, she just dropped like 60 on you or whatever. He scored two.
That's where I got to really get familiar with Cheryl when I watched Living Single. Like
And then South Carolina is coached by another Hall of Famer. That's the legendary Dawn Staley. Like
Toss Daly, yeah.
so it's gonna be a matchup.
Dawn is
South Carolina and Iowa is gonna be
I know Dawn from the Olympics and when she beat Martin.
a lot of people
They beat Martin.
was part of the women's the 96 women's team, like which they called the women's dream team. That's with Rebecca Lobo and Cheryl Swoops and Lisa Les. Dawn Stately was on that team. It's like, yeah, she was
And
part
then
of it.
they beat Martin, and then Martin was like, "Oh, I got to crash! I
With
got to crash!"
Eric Gordon and shit. That's
You're
it.
going, you're in.
Eric
You're
Gordon, you
going
out.
down.
That was like when Martin's like, yeah, girls can't play no ball. So then Pam and Gina went and found these chicks. Like,
By them.
it's like, yeah, shit.
They said, oh, we're not gonna play. They said we got our women's Olympics team to play for us.
Leslie and Dawn Stately and Rebecca Lobo.
Lobo, and then they walk in like, and Martin, you know how Martin look, oh damn. He's looking like, oh, we're not gonna play, not us. We're gonna coach these ladies to play, not us.
That's gonna be a battle. So like this Kate, because Caitlin's it's her final year. She's done after this. So
Yeah.
their college career with a championship or not. We don't. I guess you'll know by the time. Yeah, y'all will know before like by the time this comes up. But right now, like we're in the dark about it, so we don't know like will she end it with that because she's going WNBA. Also
Yeah.
going WNBA was like her rival from like the Elite Eight round. We go back there was Angel Reese. She's announced her like yeah, which we're going back to John Cena, which
it all connects.
yes, it all kind of connects together. It's WrestleMania weekend, so it all ties together. But that's like what made her famous. It's like nothing against Angel Reese, like she's a baller, but she ain't Steph Curry. It's like I compare. It's like she's Draymond and Caitlin and Steph. It's like yeah, well, Draymond can ball. It's like, but Steph is like next level. It's like,
And you need that toughness. Like I said, you like, well, Draymond does a little bit too much, but you need somebody who's going to be tough on your team. You can't be soft. You need a tough person on your team. You have to have that.
but even as a lot of people did say she took it too far, which I would have to agree is like if people say was this trash talk, you talk trash on the court is like that's like the game was over and shit. It's like as you walking out, she's like go run right into Caitlin's face and all that and all of this shit is like that's not really trash talk. You just being an asshole now and shit. When you do all of that, that's how I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it's like you do that during the game. Like, yeah, what when you dunk on somebody, like what? God damn it, motherfucker! Like, but yeah, you ain't. Yeah, it's like you don't really see that in hoops. Like, yeah, when you run up to your opponent after the game is over, like, yeah, God damn it, and what is like, yeah, like this. And that's why, yeah, she became the villain, and she kind of embraced it till she got her ass kicked by and she ran into them photographers like that changed the game. Like because she like turned an ankle or some shit in that the game with Iowa. Yeah, she like,
Yeah.
and then Caitlyn went nuts, like dropped 40 in that game, something like that. Yeah, and then she was crying at the press conference, and then people were roasting her, and now she got people coming to her aid. It's like, hey, she's just a kid, leave her alone, and
I'd
all
like
that.
to see both ladies have successful careers in the WNBA. I'd like to
They
see
both
both.
going in the same draft, so that's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
I'd like to see both ladies have, and I want to see it end up like Monica and Sidra. Well, this ain't college, and I ain't on crutches.
Was on crutches. That's funny. That's
I ain't
perfect.
on college. I ain't college, and I ain't on crutches.
That is pretty
And then
good.
Monica still dusted her in her hole.
Monica to me was like the Cheryl Miller of their universe. That she was like, yeah, the
Yeah.
scene where she was like the Cheryl Miller of that move, the universe. That's what I was saying.
I want to see people win, like especially with the athletes, because it's like if like I wasn't a competitive athlete like that. Like I ran, that was about, and I danced, that was about the extent of me. I didn't play like
I
basketball. I wasn't that
wrestling, like
skilled.
you want to know what my record was as a high school wrestler. Those records are permanently sealed and shit. So I'll leave it at that. But I
Oh,
was on the match wrestling. I won't tell you what my record was. Like I'll never reveal that information.
no, it might with me seeing like that. It's like so since neither one of us was like competitive athletes and things like that, we just weren't like that. But it's like I do have a high level of respect for
When you
these
make it to
athletes.
that level, yeah, that
I do.
and see that like I said, the national championship, Final Four level of
Yeah,
NCAA,
collegiate level is serious. You make
especially
it
to make
there, and
especially to
then
make it to that far, like the Final Four level, like that's like the
mhm,
best of the best. It's like yeah, you make it
mhm.
that far. It's like yeah,
And then you go and you make it to
the
the
pro.
NBA, WNBA, professional. Then it's like, whoa! It's like I wish both ladies much success in their careers because it would be nice to see a shift in that, to see these ladies make the WNBA, like
If they can put it on the map, which
stay on the map. Yeah.
Caitlin has potential. If she is going to be like a Steph Curry, she got potential to put that league on the map because it's been struggling since it's been out. And they've had
Mhm.
talent over the years. All the women we named earlier. Plus, you got like the Candace Parkers and like Sue Birds over the years. But
Skylar Diggins.
Tyler,
Yeah.
he had like some talent in that league. But if she is going to be like a Steph Curry level, she can bring like a whole new fan base to that league.
Mhm. And then Angel Reese too. I said because like she's an animated player. She could be if Angel Reese is like a Dennis Rodman, like
Yeah, yeah,
like
she got
that.
attention. Yeah, yeah.
Like that would be great. So it's like, yeah, hell yeah, we want to see that because basketball is basketball. It's some girls that can hoop. It's some like I know like several like my girlfriends have daughters who are playing basketball. Like even like Ari is interested in playing basketball. Ari wants to play.
Dabbled a little bit. Yeah, Ari's dabbled.
Yeah, she wants to learn how to play basketball. So it's like, like yeah, like let's encourage our kids to show that, hey,
My guy, one of more, he's one of my my
happen.
former students. He had a daughter. He got daughters that play bike. So he's been a WNBA season ticket holder for years. Like because it's
Mm-hmm.
that hard to get tickets to that. So when they were like won the championship that year, he was like straight. He's like, so I got my tickets here. I've been had season tickets. So y'all
Same thing
bandwagon.
with
Y'all
our cousin because our cousin was a season ticket holder, and when she was like, yeah, she's like, y'all late to the party. She was like,
bandwagon.
I've been going to this, like, yeah, I've been
Yeah,
here,
season
so
ticket holder
y'all
for a
late.
couple years. Y'all bandwagon.
Yeah.
So he would be like going from class, like he like I let him leave class early. He's like he was going to the game. I was like, go ahead, do you, homie? Like, he was going to the finals.
I think it's a good thing. Like, let's stop being so goofy about stuff. And then my thing is, if you don't want to watch, like I don't watch hockey, but I don't bury it, I don't insult it. It's just not my sport.
I haven't watched baseball in years, but baseball is very popular. I don't shit on
Yeah,
people.
it's not my
I know a lot of people that's their favorite sport is baseball. It's like yeah, but so I just haven't watched. I
baseball.
haven't wanted to watch since 2005 for like personal
Yeah,
reasons.
for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. But watching baseball to me, it's like I would say this about baseball. Watching it live is much better than watching
Yeah,
on the
being there
TV.
at the ballpark is definitely that's why the whole song is like, yeah, the buying of the peanuts and the cracker jack and all
Mhm.
that, isn't it?
And
Root
then like with the White Sox when they do like the home run, then it's like they shoot the fireworks.
and
So
then
it's like because
Rick,
when we
Rick
took the kids and they was like, oh, I want to see fireworks. And then right after they said that, then someone hit a home run and then they started shooting the fireworks. I was like, there you go. You asked for fireworks. There you go.
or
They're like,
Wrigley when they do the seventh inning stretch, it's like with these singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Yeah,
Harry Carey would be so
yeah.
drunk.
The memory of the late Harry Carey is like,
He would be drunk as hell.
"Hey, out to the ball." Yeah,
Because
Harry.
he was already drinking like after the second inning, like he was already like
He was
knocking
drunk
back
way
beers
before
already.
yeah, he was drunk way
By
before.
the seventh, he'd be by the seventh.
Good time. Definitely good times. Yeah, I look back at all the
I'll segue with this too. So since you opened up the door about like wrestling and like second generation and basketball and stuff, so the big news that we've been seeing is Bronny has said that he's going to enter the draft,
mm,
and it's been
that's but
obviously
it's a risk because Bronny he'll get some looks because he got name recognition, but that's a risk right there. I think I don't think Bronny's ready for a couple of reasons. Like remember he had the health scare, so
a heart condition. Yeah.
that delayed his college career. He didn't get to start like the way he wanted to and shit. But
Right.
it's
Because
yeah.
I think that personally that he should take a little bit more time to develop his school, but it's like his father is about to be 40, and I know that that's a big thing. LeBron wants to play in the league with
Maybe
his
this
son.
was planned. It's like the more I think about it, this was planned. It's like
LeBron wants to play with
Bronny
his son.
and Bronny knows he's not gonna be a high prospect, which means the Lakers can probably get him like yeah, either late first round, even second round. Like it's like yeah,
Right. Like he's a second round,
yeah.
probably. Yeah.
He's I think this is strategic because like, even if he goes undrafted and Lakers just sign him as an undrafted rookie, a la Fred VanVleet, a la Ben Wallace, it's like yeah, they could sign him as an undrafted rookie. It's like so like he's like I think he ends up with the Lakers. Like, yeah, unless somebody just really wants Bronny James. Is like, yeah. So if he's like I said, second round or undrafted, the Lakers definitely get him. It's like, yeah. It's like
Well, a lot of people are expressing like disdain and everything about it. And my thing is when people talk about how like well he only there because of his daddy. Oh, okay. Like, okay, how do we feel about nepotism? Let's put it on the table. How do we feel about nepotism? What's your take on nepotism?
I'm saying, well, why do you think how do you think George W. Bush became president? I'm just saying his fucking father was president. Yeah. You don't have a problem with that nepotism. No, it's like nepotism is just part of life. That's how I look at nepotism.
Same reason why Donald Trump is a businessman. His father
And his kids.
gave him $1 million or $2 million loan or whatever.
And his kids are like, yeah, they yeah, with Eric Trump and Ivanka and all the and Trump Jr. there, yeah, they're benefiting. Yeah. So it's like
My thing about nepotism,
it's part of life.
and I'll say it like this, especially like I say, you see it all throughout all different channels, whether it's business or Hollywood. Like I said, a lot of Hollywood, it is a lot of second generation Hollywood
Very
and third
like
generation. Drew Barrymore's case, like her whole damn family, the
yeah.
Barrymore, her aunt, her great aunt, her grandfather, her like it's a lot of Barrymores.
Nicholas Cage, yeah, he's from Francis.
Coppola, yeah, he's a Coppola family.
Comes from that, yeah.
So you'll see some people, like I said, Nicholas tried to move a little bit away from it. Like,
James
that's why
didn't want to be as yeah, that's why he changed his name
he
from Coppola.
changed his name.
His government name is Nicholas Coppola. He
There's
changed
Nicholas
his name
Coppola. Yep.
want to like yeah be accused of the nepotism a Coppola name. I'm just he wanted to do it.
Whatchamacallit, rested in his too because he has a common last name, John David Washington, because he was trying to avoid the Denzel Washington thing. He was trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
Because Washington is a common last name, so he was kind of trying to not make the connection that Denzel is my father.
Because I didn't realize I used to watch Ballers. I was probably like maybe 3 episodes in, like to the show before I realized I was just the voice is what got
And when
me.
you hear him talk, it's like, okay, he
Yeah,
sounds
like
exactly like
the
his father.
voice and then the name Washington. That's what it rung a bell. It's like, is that Denzel's son? That's what it was with me. And then I Google, use our good friend Google. It's like, yo, that is his son.
He looks just like his mom. He looks like his mom, but he sounds like his dad. He sounds exactly like his father.
He enunciated some. It sounded. It felt like I was watching Alonzo from Training Day.
You motherfuckers.
Denzel's son. I was like, yeah. So that's what it hit it with me. I was like, I said, I was about
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I was about 3, 4 episodes in on Ballers before I realized that was him.
Like,
which executive produced and starred Dwayne Johnson. It all ties together. Like that was his show, Ballers.
how I feel about nepotism is that I feel like, is it something wrong with using a name to get in the door? It's not. However, you still gotta prove yourself to stay in. You may use the name to move up
Yeah,
the ladder because it's
like
like,
get
let's
you
be
in the
real.
door, but it's up to you to like stay there.
Let's be real, especially when like stuff comes across a desk and all these applicants come in, all this stuff come in. It's thousands of people that are trying to get this one spot. Okay, using a name or connect that you know to get a second look, I think it's nothing wrong with that. But you still gotta prove yourself. You still gotta do the work to prove yourself to be able to stay in. That's how I feel about it. So I don't think it's necessarily such a bad, because who is 100% self-made where like they had no help from nobody. It was just you all by yourself.
Everybody gets some kind of help. Yeah,
Who has been, what successful person has never gotten help from anybody?
everybody.
I can't name anyone that had zero help from, like, your parents didn't help you, your uncle didn't help you, you had nobody behind the scenes. It's nothing wrong with that. It's not. But like people,
A lot of people
LeBron
do that
has
because of their own shortcomings. They feel in some type of
LeBron has a hate fan. He has a
it's
huge
LeBron.
fan
Like
base, but he
yeah,
has a huge hate base too.
it could be
He has
any
both.
like yeah, it's like yeah, he got just as many haters as he does stands. It's like just as
Right.
is pretty equal and shit. Yeah,
So when they see his son, it's like, oh, but then the double-edged sword is like, okay, but then if I'm on Instagram with like my Lamborghini and you living off your father, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, okay, if I try to go out and do something, you only got it because of your daddy. Okay, but then if I live off my daddy, then it's like you living off your father. So what are they supposed to do? Work at a gas station? I mean, like what are you supposed like what are you supposed to do? Like
yeah, y'all clowns and shit.
what are you supposed to do?
Y'all sound like clowns and
You're
shit. Yeah.
using your father's name. The only reason why you got this because your father. Okay. Then you see like these debutantes, like I said, that's why like the simple life thing, like why people hated them so much. Because
Paris and Nicole definitely were hated. Yeah.
it's like you living off of your grandfather and your daddy for both of them. So that's like my question of it. But I
Hopefully,
would say that I think that Bronny should have stayed in school because just to develop more. If he does want to seriously have like an NBA
trying to
career.
like if he just wants to like yeah just do this for his dad because his dad wants to play with him, then that's one thing. I get why
Yeah.
he's going in now. Is like because he pops ain't got that much longer left. It's
Yeah,
like
LeBron is 40. He turns 40 this year, the end of this year.
he's the
So,
oldest player in the league. Like I didn't realize that until recently. It's like it's funny like when when you remember when LeBron was the youngest player.
was
And
the youngest at 18 and now he's 40
I had this happen before with Shaq. Like
with
yeah,
Shaq.
he was like then when he got drafted 92, he was the youngest player in the league. And then like with Boston, he was like literally
In
the oldest.
2016, he was like the oldest or whatever. Yeah.
That was 11, 27.
11. I'll say I'm going too much here.
Yeah.
The
Shaq
oldest.
would have been like 45 if he was playing at 20. He'd have
Oh,
been
yeah, you're right. You're right.
he was still playing it. But he was like around 40. Cause I remember like because the Bulls, we had Kurt Thomas during that time, who was the second oldest player at 39. So
Yeah.
that Boston had the oldest with Shaq at 40. Like I remember that season. Now LeBron is the oldest player in the league at 40. Yeah. I was like, I
Because
remember
somebody did a list of players, like they were saying top players in the league now who like how old they were been when LeBron got drafted at 18. And then they was like somebody they was like he wasn't even born, he would be born 2 months later. Maybe it was Wemby. They was like he would be born 2 months after this date. I was like, what? Like what?
after he was drafted. Yeah. Hey,
It was like, yeah, it was like he wasn't even born yet. They was like he would be born 2 months after this date when he debuted in 2003 when LeBron debuted or whatever. And they was like another player. They were just listing all the like the players now, the top players. They was like, yeah, so and so was five, so and so was this, just naming the different.
LeBron's
I
in his
think
21st season. Yeah.
I think Steph may have been about 12, 11 or 12, I think, when LeBron made his debut.
He's in his 21st season. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were just showing all the different players. So that was like an interesting list to see because it's like the young guy. I grew up watching you, LeBron, and LeBron's probably like, oh, and I watched you when I was a kid.
Or even worse, like, yeah, you were my dad's favorite players. Yeah, dad, Drake. That's the old man moment there. Like that's why I used to feel like about Dr. J back in the 80s. Like that. Oh, yeah, my dad. Like, like
That might you.
he was our dad. So he was that from their generation. It was Doc. He was still because Doc was still playing to like about the mid 80s. Like he was like old and
Yeah, I
wild.
don't remember Dr. J playing
Right,
ever as a player. I don't remember that. Yeah,
he retired around 85 ish. So Doc was like, so
yeah,
he was
know.
a
I wasn't
dinosaur.
watching
For
basketball.
me, I looked at Doc, how like young kids look at LeBron now, like, yeah, my dad, he's a fan. Like with Jordan
Yeah,
was
I
my
watched
guy,
you.
but like, yeah, Doc, though, yeah, that's my dad's guy. That's his guy.
Like your father, like dad, remember the ABA.
Exactly, yeah, the red, white, and blue ball and shit. That's why anytime you see somebody with that, you know you're old. It's like like on the different strokes, like when Arnold and Willis are playing ball in the opening credits, like and Arnold shoots is the red, white, and blue ball. That's definitely prime ABA. Like, it's not the ball like we use. Like we watched the opening as the red, white, and blue ball,
It's
and
a red, white, and blue ball. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
ABA. Yeah, you know them Negroes is old. Y'all played. Y'all actually hooped with an ABA ball.
With wet tropics.
There we go. With Jackie Moon and shit, baby.
Yeah.
Or the Iceman Gervin and shit, finger rolling and shit.
I think it's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if this is what his path is, that he wants to play with his dad and he wants to honor his father, one of his
I think
father's
that's
missions to honor
what it
him.
is. Like Ronnie probably he probably doesn't care about having a career like this.
However, let's be real. Like,
Especially his
I'm
health
not.
is not at 100%. It's like he probably
I'm
doesn't.
not trying to be that person that says that your father's a billionaire though, so Ronnie's going to be okay. Like his dad's a billionaire, so
Why I think neither of Michael's sons panned out, and they didn't even get draft. Like what's the Jeff was trash. Like we go like yeah he.
yeah.
And then Marcus Jordan was mid and shit. Like you probably, Joe. What's your favorite Marcus Jordan highlight?
Marcus Jordan tried to play another. He started trying to play another
Oh, yeah.
game.
He probably thought instead of Scott, he thought he Pippen was his favorite teammate and shit. Here, they didn't win that ring. No, hey,
Damn, damn.
too soon.
That's my memory. That's my favorite Marcus Jordan moment.
That's your highlight. It has nothing to do with
That's
the
my highlight moment for Marcus Jordan.
because he went to Central Florida, I think. Yeah, and he was mid. It's like he averaged, let's say, like 12 points. He wasn't that good. It's like yeah, that's why he never got drafted. Like Jeff was trash. He averaged like 2 points or something like that. He was terrible. It's like
That was up there with Stephen A. Smith territory.
yeah, he was like average what 1 point or whatever. He's like hanging
or
out
or LeVar Ball.
our ball. Yeah, Jeff Jordan was like them and shit.
It
It was like yeah, he wasn't even close. was Marcus tried to be a serious hooper, but you know that if you were playing against them, you know you were going. You if you get to dunk on Jordan, so I would have went at him every time if I was on the opposite team. You want to be able to be the guy so you dunked on Jordan, son.
And
It's
then
like
Jordan would show up on the court saying, I took that personally. Jordan would just come. Jordan at 50 would just lace up his shoes and step out the court.
oh man, he looked like what's the name, like Leon and above the rim and shit when he like
Yeah.
he's on my roster when he
Looking
entered
like
the game.
yeah.
That shit. When Leon was about 50, he got on the court and started hooping. It's like he ain't in the game. He's like, oh, he's on my roster right here. Like,
I guess you can just put on if you're a baller, you could just put on some gym shoes and wear your regular
he came in
street
his
clothes
street
and hoop.
clothes. He came on his street clothes and joined the 2-on-2 tournament. He really did. Into that. Leon really did.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous when you look at it.
And then Birdie, handle your freaking business, the BT Bird.
That Bronny, like I said, so I think that Bronny does this for his dad, and then
He's
he'll
doing this for his dad. I think he doesn't really care.
just go into the
He
family
really care if he
business.
makes it. Yeah. So like,
So he'll go into the family business.
let's say like if he's like if he gets drafted second round, then he got a shot. Like you see that is like Joker's like might be arguably the best player in the league. He's a second round pick, so you got a shot at it. It's like if he goes undrafted, then it's like the chances are even less likely. But with it being Brian, Brian is like I said, like le GM as they call him. He's gonna go like,
Yeah,
hey,
he's a GM.
hey man, go.
Saw the video of him talking with the owners that they was like caused to stir. It was
Yeah,
like those ladies are
like,
getting too
hey,
close to
hey,
LeBron.
you got to sign my son as an undrafted free agent, right? Like, he's just gonna be. You got to sign. I know he didn't get drafted, but you got to sign him as an undrafted free agent. Just say for a 1 year deal. It's like just we play this season together. Like I retire, Ronnie goes back on the market, and like if nobody signs him, his career is over too. Like, but you sign it into a 1 year deal, right? Yeah. So I think that's why he's going in, not for basketball reasons, for his pops is why I think he's going in.
Yeah.
Because I haven't watched much Bronny James, so I'm like I said, the second round is the best I can see him. Unless somebody just really wants him as some gimmick shit, is like that we're gonna take him just because of the name. It's like when Master P was like playing in the NBA back in the 90s. So a lot of people don't remember. And I always said that, like, I don't care if he's a scrub or not, I would have signed him for name value. Master P, just like the height of No Limit, like they were like everywhere at that time, like late 90s. It's like
I was confused. I was like, what is going on? I was like, why is Master P playing basketball?
he got a couple of like 10-day contracts, but nobody ever signed him for real. And that was bad because I was like, the Bulls just signed him and just put him at the end of the bench. It's like it's Master P. It's like that's gonna bring eyeballs to your product. People are watching just to see what P is gonna do with it. Like I'd have signed him for that reason, even if he sucked and shit. It's like and he wasn't doing it for the money. He was a millionaire, so you signed him for the league minimum. Wouldn't even have to sign him for that much and shit. Yeah, he wasn't doing it for the money. He just wanted to live out his hoop dreams. That's all. Like P was like. So like Bronny, that's somebody's trying to do that with Bronny, like sign him like how Master P in the 90s. It's like, and I don't see Bronny getting drafted or like second round at best, and then the Lakers can get him either with a second round pick or, like I said, if he goes undrafted, then it's even easier. Just sign him as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
A la Fred VanVleet. So we talking NBA, we talking basketball. Yeah, we'll stay on it. You saw the list of basketball Hall of Famers has been released. Have you seen that?
I didn't see the whole list, but I saw a notable name that was on it that I was like,
it was with Chicago ties. We'll start there. Congratulations going out to former Chicago Bulls head coach Doug Collins. Yes.
Round of applause for Doug Collins.
He's the guy that Doug crawled so Phil could run. So yeah, he set the table. Like he got that team there. Phil took him across the finish line, but Doug Collins doesn't get enough credit. He was in those battles with the bad boys. Like Doug Collins was right there during.
Like Mark Jackson got the Warriors, and then
Doug Collins was Mark Jackson for like Steve Kerr's the Warriors. Yeah, so yeah, same thing is like Doug Collins like got him there. Yeah, he got him to the table like but Phil got to eat. Like Doug got him to the table. He got him a seat at the table. Phil got to eat though. So yeah,
I just remember my Doug Collins moments like Bulls win and just was like
that's what people. That's what people you most know him for is like the shot when Jordan his
that way he runs out the court.
versus Cleveland in '89. You see Doug Collins run in. He runs in like yeah, like yeah, because that was an elimination game. Like if Jordan misses that shot, the Bulls get eliminated. So it was a must make that shot. It's like
Jordan made that shot. That was an amazing shot
that's
that he
why
made.
everybody reacted. Is like people forget that it's like this is an elimination game. If you don't make that, yeah, Cleveland goes to the next round. It's like, so,
Mm-hmm.
so he was a must make that shot and he made it.
Mm-hmm. So that's my memory. That's my first memory of Doug Collins is that when he runs out on the court with the shot in '89.
Yeah, and man,
But
and
how did he get in?
what people don't know either is that Jordan had to warm up to Phil. It's like Jordan really didn't. He wasn't feeling Phil at first
Yeah,
because Doug Collins was like you remember how freshman that was like his stride like get a ball to Mike. It's like yeah, put the
yeah, that
ball.
was his guy. Yeah,
Look at Michael's numbers. Like Michael was averaging like what 35, 37 points during that time. It's like, but the Bulls weren't really winning though. So
they
yeah.
weren't.
So like Phil like brought in the triangle offense. So like Phil's like he's taking the ball out of Mike's hands. So Mike is like, who the fuck is this? It's like yeah, he wasn't
Trying.
feeling Phil at first and shit till the results came in. He's like, oh okay, but
And then Phil was the Zen master. Like Phil was like, we're
like
gonna do yoga, we're gonna meditate.
he's this guy and he's taking the ball out of my hands. It's like so Mike definitely or if Phil like
Phil seemed like
he give you book like fucking philosophy, but
philosophy books.
here's Confucius. Read this. It's like like that. It's like especially some jocks. They like, yeah, what the fuck is this?
Here's Siddhartha. Like what? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, Socrates. Read this. It's like yeah, like Phil
Phil
did
seemed
shit like
like
that.
Phil seemed like he was a flower child. He did. He seemed like he was
Yeah.
peace to earth,
Hippie, yeah,
man.
hippie shit.
Flower child, man. He seemed like he was really into that. That's what Phil seemed like.
Mike talked about that. Yeah, that yeah, I didn't really like Phil when he first came in because he took the ball out of my hand. Like
Mhm.
Doug put the ball in my hand. He's like, shoot as much as you want. It's like
But it's about results because sometimes you can't see the big picture with the small window. You can't see it.
and
But then
Jordan
when you
still
get it,
dominated. Yeah, he still averaged around 30, but yeah, you don't have to average like 35
you
or
have to average like
yeah,
40 down
yeah.
there
So yeah, like and not even win. It's like yeah,
and not
like
win.
still getting bounced by the bad boys and shit. Like
It's like at the end of the day, it's like if you're putting up all these amazing stats, you're just stuffing stats if you're not winning.
yeah. Meanwhile, them bad boys putting you on your ass and shit. It's like, yes,
Mhm.
like Phil like took him across. Like that's what changed. But like Michael wasn't feeling for he did. Once they started winning championships, okay, it is my guy, right? And then it comes to the opposite at the end. He's like, I won't ever play for another coach, which is how we lost him in Chicago. Because like just Jerry Krause hired Tim Floyd and shit. It's like that's how that happened. It's like he's like, okay, if you hire if like if Phil's not coming back, I'm not coming back.
Which is super
Michael
crazy.
thought that Michael was being a gambler and shit. He was like poker, like he was bluffing. Yeah. But Jerry Krause called his bluff, so that's why he hit because Jordan
Yeah,
wasn't ready to retire. They had just won.
wasn't ready to
He
retire in
just won
98.
three in a row. It's like who retires after winning three in a row? Let's go for number
The
four.
second time, three in a row for the second time.
Yeah.
Who retires?
Who retires? It's like yeah. After that, it's like yeah. So he's like Michael definitely wasn't ready to go. Yeah, but he's like he had to stand by his word. Okay, like if Phil's gone, I'm gone. That's why
He
Michael.
goes, I go.
Yeah, because Krause was like,
Okay.
because Krause was like he was done with Phil. Like the relationship got so bad, but
They
so,
butt ahead.
like
They
I don't
did.
if we go 82-0, I'm still firing you.
I'm
Like
firing him.
that's where he was at. Like yeah, it had gotten that bad. It's like yeah, they'd gone undefeated. Phil wasn't coming back after the '98 season. So
Because
enjoy.
some relationships do get strained like that. So at a point, if you're in a relationship, whether it be business,
Romantic
professional, personal, romantic,
friends, like whatever. If it gets
wherever the
yeah,
relationship, if it's gotten to the point where like is like if a person is going to give you $1 million and you're like, I don't even want your $1 million. If it's that bad, then it's like, okay, that's bad. If somebody doesn't want to take your million, that's bad.
it gets that bad, then yeah,
That's bad. It's like, okay, then just
yeah.
regroup. You got to regroup at that point.
But
You
I'll
do.
read off the list, like the notable names. I don't know if I'm gonna read all of these, but the list. Well, we mentioned Doug Collins. We also got Vince Carter, baby.
Oh, with the arm in the net.
Oh no.
Can he still do that? Play his arm in the net.
Old man Vince with the arm. We got Vince Carter, Chauncey Billups.
I see. Okay.
Those '04 Pistons are starting to look real nice.
Nice. Okay.
You know, Ben Wallace got in a couple of years ago. So, like, yes, they because for years we said that might be the one championship with no Hall of Famers. Now they got two.
I got two.
So
And what we say about championship series, you need at least one Hall of Famer.
yep, they got two
Now
now.
they got two.
Michael Cooper's going in.
Okay.
Let me see. Jerry. Well, Jerry's in as a player. It's got to be as an executive right here. He's going. It says Jerry West. I'm like, Jerry West had to. He's been in. This must be his work as an executive. They put.
Yes, an exec. Yeah.
He put
He did
together,
both.
yeah, Showtime. He put together the Steph Curry Warriors. Like he put together Shaq and Kobe. Like he didn't put together some amazing teams as an executive.
Yeah.
So he
Some
should have been
dynasty.
in as a fucking executive. Now think about it. If you Showtime, Shaq and Kobe, and the fucking Steph, Clay, and Draymond, you put all of those teams together. So yeah, he should have been in as an executive. Now that I think about it too. Why is he in now? So that's the notable names. Other names that you probably don't recognize, but yeah, I had to read the big names. Like I said, okay, Vince
That's
is
good
going
though.
in.
Exciting.
Yeah.
It just had to feel like a sense of like it has to be like a humbling experience, like especially if you're just like me, like like you just go in and it's like I'm just doing my job. I did what I love. I'm doing my job and just being able to be recognized by your peers. That's something huge when you're recognized by your
It's a
peers.
different feeling. Like fan love is good. I'm not knocking that, like, because I work in the entertainment, yeah. But when your peers recognize you, it hits different though. It's like
Mhm.
wow, yeah. Like I really made a difference here when your
Mhm.
peers recognize you. Yeah. Mm.
Definitely, you think that you just like me, like you're like me. It's like
Glad Vince is getting his because of the way his career ended. Like COVID ended his career, but he was in
Mhm.
his last season. He never got to have that final moment. It's like the season was canceled, and then Vince was like, "Well, I guess I'm done. Then I ain't coming back
Mhm.
after this." It's like, yeah, so he's like, so whatever that last game was before the season shut down in March of 2020, that was it for him. He's like, "Oh well, I guess I'm done then." So he didn't get that final moment like he wanted. He's like, it's the season ended abruptly.
COVID did change the dynamic. I said even like people outside of like entertainment, like I said, because even in my job, like I saw several people who were like, yeah, I'm going to work another 2 years, and then when COVID happened, they're like, I'm gonna retire. Like they just retire instantly. Like okay, thought you were gonna do another 2 years, but COVID hit. It's like okay,
Okay. I got another list you want to check out as well too for we
sure.
wrap up.
What's
It's
up? What's up?
it's a fun one. You'll like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let me see.
The Forbes celebrity list for 2024, the Forbes billionaires list. These are your celebrity billionaires. So
I
we're
saw some of
expecting
these.
31 billion, yeah. Net listed net worth order. We're
But
gonna
look at the ad that's on here. The watch. This watch is like probably like $250,000. This watch right here.
be on Forbes.com. So yeah, this is what they advertise
I
there.
think this watch is like because
You're
I
not
saw
you're not gonna see Casio on this fucking site, basically.
I saw the billboard when I was driving on the expressway. And I was like, oh, I was like, let me look at what I like. Oh, let me look that up. I was like, because I was like, Marcus wants a watch, and I looked it up, and then I clicked on that so quick. I was like, like click, 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 click. I
So,
was like $200,000. Like, let me get off this site.
so according to the Forbes.com, there's 14 celebrity billionaires in the world right now. How many of them can you name? Like you said, yeah, we're gonna count them down backwards. Yeah. Don't name them, I want to count them down. Yeah, so yeah, just off the top of how many can you name? Yeah.
I know LeBron James.
As I said, don't name them, don't name them, don't name them. Just count them. Yeah, yeah. So I
Oh,
want to count it. I want to read the list off and count it down backwards. Okay.
I got six. I got six strong. I know. I'm
You
probably
got
forgetting.
you're getting close to half of them you got, yeah.
I'm getting starting to get a little bit fuzzy. Once I start seeing, um,
We're gonna start it off with an unexpected one you might have missed then. It's like
okay, let me see.
She was just famously featured at the Super Bowl. Taylor,
So I said Taylor Swift. I
yeah,
said Taylor
okay, so you
Swift.
did say her.
That was one I said.
Taylor 1.1 billion. And what's unique about Taylor is she made most of her money off of music.
Oh, I got my
Taylor's
seventh one. I
okay,
got a seventh one. Okay,
got
yeah.
half there, yeah. So
Okay.
Taylor's a beast on this music shit. It's like
Yeah.
because like a lot of musicians, they don't really make a lot off of their music, as like some of the others we're gonna talk about on this list. It's like, yeah. But the Taylor made like most of her billion off of music alone. Like them Swifties don't fuck around. It's like, yeah, she
Oh,
made
eight now. I'm sorry. Eight. I got eight. Okay. I
number
got
nine.
eight. Okay.
Dick Wolf, for those that don't know. Doom, doom, doom,
I
doom,
missed
doom,
Dick
doom,
Wolf. That's
doom.
the one I missed. I didn't have Dick Wolf.
Oh yeah, he's behind the Law and Order franchise. Also, your Chicago
He's
Fire,
77.
Chicago
Wow.
1.2 billion, huh?
Dick Wolf is 77. Wow.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
he been around. Like New York Undercover was one of his
Yeah,
shows.
that was like 30
And
years
Law and
ago.
Order been on since 1990.
That was 30 years ago.
You were in grammar school when Law and Order
Yeah,
started.
I watched New York Undercover in grammar school. So yeah.
And Law and Order, the original Law and Order started in 1990. So yeah, he's been around forever. He been
It
on
just seems like he's ageless because
yeah,
it just seems,
the
he
shows have
seems
been
ageless.
around forever. But if he was like in his 30s, then he would be in his 70s now.
Yeah.
Number 12,
How
Irvin.
did I forget Magic? That's one that I should have.
Yeah.
That's one
Because you
I
think of
dropped the
Magic
ball
more as a
on.
businessman now than an entertainer. Because like
Yeah.
Magic when he contracted HIV and had to retire from the NBA, he was young. He was like in his like early 30s. So
He was
like
like
yeah,
maybe like 32,
yeah.
maybe.
So he had to figure, okay, what am I gonna do with the rest of my life? So that's when he's like started investing in bit. He said, I'm not just gonna sit around and wait to die. It's like so he started. That's what got him in the business when he left the NBA so young. Yeah.
He theoretically would have had like he could have probably played like another 3 seasons
Yeah. Remember,
probably.
he came back in like '96 and shit. You people forget that he tried to make a comeback. It
I
to
remember.
it work so well.
I remember.
So yeah, so it shows that he wasn't ready to retire. That he had to in '91. He did about 5 years later. He came. He tried to make a
Especially
comeback.
because like you look at people are competitive. Jordan won his first
Yeah,
title in
just played Michael
91.
Jordan in the NBA Finals. Think about that.
So it's like
And now you're
don't
retired.
want to, okay, I need to get my get back.
Got to
Okay,
get my
Jordan,
ring
you
back.
got a title.
Hmm.
Especially you did that spectacular move in Staples Center.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
I was at the stadium, but close enough. I
Oh, sorry, yeah.
was.
It's like you beat us. Did he beat them in the
They
Staples?
won. They won
They
the
won
ring.
the Staples. There you
They
go.
won in the form. Yeah, they
You
won
beat
it
us in our home. You
yeah,
beat Showtime Laker in our home.
on the home court on the form. Yeah.
I need to get my get back. I need to get my
Right,
lick
beat us
back. That was
in
all.
front of Jack Nicholson and all these motherfuckers sitting courtside. You won in front of all of them and
Yeah,
shit.
Jack Nicholson looking like.
You beat us in front of all of those Laker fans. Yeah. All right, number 11, LeBron
I
James.
have LeBron,
You
of
already
course.
got. Of course,
And
LeBron.
LeBron is
He's quite the businessman. He like Blaze Pizza. He's invested in.
yeah, Blaze Pizza. I knew
Yeah.
that.
He's like he
He
owns
has
part
his
of the Red.
production
He owns part
company.
of the Red Sox. He owns like part of the Penguins. So he's invested in sports teams. Like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's
And his production
football,
company that he does movies and stuff.
yeah, and the shop and
So,
all of that stuff.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then my thing, I identify with LeBron because LeBron, like me, he's an elder millennial or he's my age group.
So he's one
LeBron
of the younger
definitely in my
ones
age
on
group.
here. I think Taylor might be the youngest. Like LeBron is one of the younger ones on this list.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift is what 34.
34.
Yeah, I think
So
she's
seeing LeBron be a billionaire and he's 39, he's not 40.
yeah,
Billionaire under 40,
under 40.
that's
Yeah,
damn good.
and Magic got some good investments. I was about to mention. Yeah, he owns part of the Dodgers, part of the Sparks. Yeah, like so he owns like in teams.
Magic Johnson owns some of everything.
Magic. Yeah,
Marcus said when he went to LA, he was like the block, he was like it was Magic's gym, his movie theater, like all like the businesses on like a
Magic owns
certain
like
block was just Magic.
Magic's
That was all Magic Johnson's block, basically.
yeah. Let's move into the top 10. Tiger
I miss Tiger. I missed that one.
but yeah, 1.3 billion, 48. So yeah, he's still not 50 yet. Tiger.
Yeah.
Mhm. He's like, of course, we know how he made his money. He's like,
And what's the thing that we're seeing? What's the thing that we're seeing with this children? We're seeing that when you have the opportunity, because especially with professional athletes, they make so much money in such a short window.
Yeah.
They make a lot of money in a tiny window, but
yeah,
it depends on what you do with that money after your money stops.
yes. invested.
If
Yeah,
you
grow
made,
that money. Yeah,
I'm sorry, if you made $50 million in less than 10 years, you should not be broke.
right.
You should never be broke. If you made $50 million in less than 10 years doing a career as a professional athlete, you should not be broke.
Really made a wrong turn somewhere if he's broke after.
You should not be selling like you see in these places with the shell that sell their championship rings because
Yeah,
they're poor. They have to sell. They have to share. They have to sell them.
yeah. And Tiger and LeBron are only two active athletes on this.
Active athletes.
It's like retired ones like Magic, we already mentioned, and others we're gonna get to, yeah. But the only
That
two
shows
active
that Tiger still got a lot of money because he gave his ex-wife a lot of money and he's still
he's
worth a
still
billion.
top, he's still one of the still top 10 richest celebrities in the world, like after giving up half to his
Well,
ex.
she got what, like about 100 million, I think. She
Came
got a
up.
lot of money. She got a lot of money.
We got another one whose ex-wife came up too. That's coming up further down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably
Oh yeah.
you're probably wearing on your feet, but it's coming up further.
I
Rihanna, number 9. Did you get her?
got Rihanna, yeah, because
Rihanna's
Fenty,
36. She's like second youngest on this list at third.
because
She made
Fenty and
once again,
Savage,
like I said, that's what I was talking about. Saying she didn't make most of her money through music. She made it through this Fenty brand. Yeah,
yeah,
Savage
Fenty and
Fenty.
Savage, yeah.
Yeah. She made it. Yeah,
Mhm.
like that's what she made the bulk of her money. Fenty Beauty is Savage Fenty. It's like
And that's why Rihanna, when her fans are like, when she gonna do another album? Rihanna is a businesswoman.
yeah.
Fenty
And she did the
and Savage are kicking ass.
and she did the lift me up for like the culture from Wakanda Forever. But people like, yeah, she got a new album coming. Like, I don't know. She might just did that for the soundtrack, 'cause, like to be part of the for the culture.
And it seems like
Yeah.
she's wrestling with her new life of being a wife and a mother.
The mom and everything. She's
She's doing the family thing. So she has her business and she has her family. So
yeah.
Rihanna's good.
Number
Well,
8, Tyler Perry.
Perry, I got Tyler Perry. Yep.
One point we know like Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta.
Ew.
We know all about this dude. Yeah, 54 years old. Yeah, so Tyler's still relatively young. Yeah,
But the thing I like about Tyler, I said, whether you like his works or not, I said, the mic drop still for me when he was like, this used to be slave, this used to be Confederate, now a black man owns all
land
this
like
shit.
plantations where they own Negroes now. That's owned, but now owned by one.
That's owned by one Negro.
When they once owned Negroes, is now owned by one Negro. It was like
That was a mic drop. Whether you like Tyler Perry or not, that was a mic drop. It was to me. I was like, okay, Tyler.
our mom loves him, so shout out mom. Yeah, I
And
show her his list, she be fired up. Yeah,
his studio is bigger than Paramount, Disney, all like these.
he got one of, if not the biggest studio, yeah, in
It's
America.
bigger than like a lot. His lot is bigger than a lot of these huge lots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, check out his Netflix doc. Is definitely yeah, was
I
really
gotta watch it. See, I'm behind on my stuff. I gotta watch
really
it.
good. Yeah. Number 7, Peter Jackson. You might
I
not know.
did not get Peter Jackson. That's Lord of the Rings. I
He's
did
the
not
Lord
get
of the
him.
Rings. Yeah, he's the Lord of the Rings guy. Yeah, at one
That was
point.
completely off my radar. Peter Jackson was not on my radar
You're
at
not a
all.
Lord of the Rings fan, so there you go.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Wasn't that Elijah Wood, Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Lord
I
of the Rings.
think.
Yeah.
I don't know about hobbits and I don't know
I
Harry
watched
Potter
The
either. I
Hobbit.
don't know that
I
either.
wasn't. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings guy, but
I don't know any of that stuff.
made him
So,
1.5 billion. So there you go. It's like,
so I mean,
gotta
I
get
I applaud that.
number 6, Kim
I got
Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian because she got the Spanx and the Skims, not the Spanx, the Skims. She got that.
Yeah. She's
She made her money with that.
1.7. Yeah, she made it off of her beauty lines
Her
and all.
beauty line, yeah.
Made
So
200
Kim,
million off of this Cody brand, whatever this is.
so Kim is the person that I would say, like, because the people I know they like to still drag her, like, you were on sex tape with Ray J. Okay, yeah, she was on a sex tape with Ray J. However,
A
she used
1.7.
that and she leveraged it. Like if she wasn't, and here's the thing, like her mom is the mastermind with all this marketing and all this branding. Her mom, Kris Jenner. So whether you feel about them, however you feel about the Kardashians and Jenners, you can feel like that, but Kris is a smart businesswoman in a sense where like she took a sex tape and leveraged it into $1 billion for her
Right,
daughter.
right.
Almost $2 billion for her
Yeah,
daughter.
she's knocking on 2 billion, and she's only 43. So yeah, she she still could this could grow a lot more. Yeah, she's
So
still
she took that and she leveraged it because like she easily could have just stayed in the lane of like, I'm a reality celebrity. She could have just stayed in that lane, but she leveraged it. So
yeah.
however you feel about her, it's like she leveraged her stuff and didn't just stay in one lane. So
Top five, baby. Oh,
I got Jay-Z. That's the one I thought about because I was like,
boy.
Jay-Z. I was like, Jay-Z, Jay-Z, Jay-Z.
He made a he
Oh,
made a he made a killing off of the fucking title alone.
title.
Boy, he made a killing off it. And then Duce, he sold for what 750 million. He sold Duce for almost a billion. He's like, yeah, dude
I'm
sold
looking
that
at some
last.
Duce on my bar right now. So,
Y'all contribute.
well, it's not mine. It's
Y'all
bartenders.
contributed to that number, basically.
It's our bar right now. Some Duce.
He sold the stake in Duce for like almost a billion there. So yeah.
Damn. He also owns stake in Uber.
Uber, yeah. So he might have been an early investor in Uber. Who knows?
Yeah.
When they were like an upstart, he might have been one of those early
I
investors.
own some stock in Uber, but I'm not a billionaire.
Yeah, he got in late though. Yeah,
I
definitely.
got a little bit of Uber stock. I do got a little bit
I
of
think I
Uber.
have some too. I didn't. I don't
I
have.
have a little bit of
I don't
Uber.
got nearly as much as home and shit. Definitely.
But what's the lesson again, children, is in order to make money, you have to have money to put in to make the money.
Yeah.
If you have $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to put into a startup,
Yeah. Let's say
at a startup,
let's say JC put like $100,000 in Uber when they started. Like let's say like, hypothetically.
dude, dude.
That's how you get to that number
Like,
2.5.
yeah, this stock was $5 when it started. Now it's $500 now. So
Facts, yeah. Let's go into the number 4.
I
Oprah.
got Oprah. Of course, I got Oprah.
Plus, we know Harpo Studios and the own brand. We know like how Oprah
And
made
then
her.
she does Weight Watchers with them.
She
And
got endorsements like Weight Watchers and
she
stuff.
has, what's her brand called? Her food thing. Because she has like a,
She does have a
her
line of
line,
like
her line. Because I've seen it, like her pizzas
prepackaged
or
meals, yeah,
something. I
prepaid.
can't think of the name of it, but
She's
I've seen
almost
her.
at $3 billion, by the way.
And another one, like I said, however you feel about Oprah, your personal opinions about Oprah. Oprah was a poor black woman from the South who
Yeah.
didn't have the traditional conventional look. And
She
like
was
I said,
on she was on TV in like the 80s, like
we can be transparent because Oprah even said so. She said, I was a fat
she's
black woman
overweight, short hair is
on
like, yeah,
on TV.
she's on TV, yeah.
She wasn't a Vanessa Williams looking woman. You can draw between the line right there, read between there. She wasn't a Jane Kennedy looking woman. You can read between the lines with that.
Funny you mentioned Vanessa Williams because, like, guess what year Oprah took over AM Chicago? It was the
Before
same year Vanessa won
40 years ago.
like yeah, AM Chicago was the show that became the Oprah Winfrey Show eventually. But
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be all right. AM Chicago is what it was back in like the that she took over that show like in '84. Yeah.
So that's what I say about that about Oprah. You can feel however your opinion is about how you want to feel about Oprah, about her personal whatever, but it's like the fact that she was able to be a poor black girl from the South who had like a lot of adversity. She had a lot of adversity growing up, and she's almost worth $3 billion now.
Oh, she's the richest woman on this list, by the way. She's the highest rated woman.
A black woman.
We're going to the top 3 since we talking about the South. The top 3 from North Carolina.
What was the first? I was like LeBron, Michael. He was like, stop the name of them. Like,
yeah. There we go. Of course, like I
which
said, you got on your feet. Like I said, is how he made most of his money. What
well,
you
I'm barefoot right now, but I have several Jordans upstairs. I have
as
several
do
pairs.
I. As do I. Yeah.
So Michael Jordan got a lot of money.
I got on Jordan slides, so I do have them on my feet too. I thought about that.
I'm barefoot right now.
I got Jordan slides. My slides are right there.
So we know how Jordan amassed a lot of his money.
Yeah. From this Jordan
We
brand
know.
alone. Not to mention all the endorsements he had. Plus, like he made a killing from selling his share of the Hornets, like $3 billion. He sold he sold his share in that last year for $3 billion. After paying 175 million. So that's what's called a come up right there.
That's called a come up.
It's called a
And
come
he gave and that's about how much he gave his wife. He gave his ex-wife, $160 million.
Yeah, what he paid for the Hornets.
That's about how much he gave his ex-wife. So, and the fact that he's still worth over $3 billion, it's like
Jordan, baby. Jordan's
I mean,
he's the highest black man on this list too,
he
by the
get
way.
black men. He gave away that 100 million to her, that 160 million. He probably made it back within a week from Jordan's.
Make that easy. I just raised the price of Jordans $5.
Jordan.
I raise them for $5 a pair. Yeah, so you gotta raise the price just that much, and like you make the
Just
money.
that much.
People gonna buy them whatever you
People
charge.
going by.
Number two, let's get into our top two. Steven
I
Spielberg.
never been Steven Spielberg.
He's behind some of your most famous movies, like Indiana Jones is my
Gosh.
favorite, but he also did Jurassic Park, Jaws, Schindler's, like some of the biggest movies
Did
ever.
he do Back to the Future?
He was involved in Back to the Future. I think he might have
Wasn't
produced.
he an executive producer? I
I
think on Back to the
think
Future.
he produced. Yeah,
I think he produced Back to the Future.
I think he did. Yeah.
Because I
So
mean, I've seen Back to the Future like a million times, so
yeah,
I think he executive produced
I
it.
know Bob Gale and Bob what's
Zemeckis.
Zemeckis. Thank you. I was like, yeah, Bob Zemeckis, Bob Gale. They actually with a filmmaker. I think Steven Spielberg. He put the money up for the movie
Yeah, I
basically.
think he executive produced
He
it.
was
Yeah.
the money man. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 4 point. He's
Damn,
almost five.
brilliant.
Spielberg. Yeah.
Man.
Let's see if you can guess number one.
Oh shit, I lost
Obviously,
my
they're not on your list. Yeah, he must not have been on your list.
because I was doing it in my head. I was
Yeah.
okay. Who's
Okay,
number
we
one?
yeah, I'll give you a clue, like yeah, a lifeline. It's like we talking film franchises. What's the most famous film franchise?
Oh, whatchamacallit? George Lucas.
Lucas.
Duh.
5.5, Billy.
Why was he not on my list? And like I said, I know George Lucas. I know.
It's
Who bet on himself? He was like,
that
nope,
because like he could have took the money in '77 when he made the movie and said yeah,
nope.
but they said okay, you can take this much or take a smaller salary, you get the rights to all of the Star Wars merch. He's like he took that and that's how he got where he got. It's like yeah,
Look at that right there. He became a billionaire in 1997.
that's when the prequels. Yeah, okay, yeah, he became a whenever. So
Well, he's
Star
been a billionaire for almost 30 years now at this point.
exactly yeah. So there we go.
And he married Melanie Hobson, who also is doing quite well also because she is an owner of a team and she, like they
So some
align with their,
power couple. Yeah,
yeah, they're a good power couple. So, yeah.
I had to end the show with that. Yeah, because yeah,
No, but it's good because
inspires
not
me.
just
Like those stories inspire me. Yeah.
I was about to say that it inspires you because it's like it's easy for naysayers to say to you like, well, you're never going to be a
Yeah,
billionaire and
it's
you're
two
never
types
going
of
to
people that when they see this list, you have the haters, and then you have people like us that are inspired. It's two types of
yeah, because if
haters.
you
Like,
look at a
yeah,
lot of
oh,
people's journey,
they ain't cutting me a check. What I give a fuck about it for?
well,
Like,
think about it like this. When Oprah got her break 40 years ago, Oprah's 70 now. So 40 years ago, she was 30.
yeah, 30 years old when she got the
Just starting.
little TV show in Chicago. Yeah,
So
the
she was starting from ground zero
a
at 30 years
low
old.
rated TV show at that. It's like nobody was watching that show. It was like yeah,
And Oprah did become the Oprah that we know until like the 90s. So it took her like another decade really to.
really become like
So really, by the time Oprah really started, she was 40. You see what I mean? So it's like a
yeah.
lot of people hit their strides later in life. Another one, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah,
She hit her
I wonder
stride.
what her net worth is. She's probably right outside of this list.
She's
She
probably
might
right
like
outside.
knocking on the bill. It was like only billionaires. That's all they had on it.
Mhm.
So she might be like 800 million. She might be close to it. It's
But at
like
one point, she was a billionaire, so maybe she might be
yeah, like
like
Kanye
eight or
used to be.
nine
Like
hundred.
like
Yeah.
Kanye is out of that. Like some people like I
Mhm.
fell out of it. Yeah, because Kanye used to be on the billionaire list too.
But it's like
Mm.
the whole point is you can have a successful career after 30, after 40, after 50, even. You
Yep,
can, Sam Jackson,
yep. Sam Jackson was a late starter. Yeah, he was like knocking on 40, I think,
he's
when he
about 40 when he got his big break.
um
Because in Pulp Fiction, that was like his big break was Pulp Fiction.
another guy who was on this list too. Oh, he's not on the list, but he's affiliated with a couple of them is Harrison Ford.
Mm-hmm.
It was like not like in his late 30s when he got Han Solo. It's like yeah, he was like 38, so he was almost 40 like when he got his
So
big.
wasn't he like a carpenter or something before
Yeah,
that?
he was doing like a
He was
regular
like working like a regular job. I think he was like a carpenter or something. Like he was
and
a
then
regular job he was before he became
he
Han
got that
Solo.
and that opened up the door for everything else. It's like yeah.
So the thing that I said we will leave like everybody with is that it's like find your inspiration. Like I said, I hope that that inspires some people. I hope that people aren't feeling like don't get down the dumps about yourself. Like, well, my life is don't do that. It's like, okay, a lot of these people did have they succeeded in a time when internet didn't exist.
Yeah. Like most of them,
When
without
resources,
outside of like Rihanna and Taylor Swift, LeBron to a lesser extent is like most of them, yeah, are pre-internet era. It's like on that list.
yeah.
Yeah,
But it's like Oprah, George Lucas, like they,
yeah. Dick Wolf is like they were around like yeah, like the 80s and like yeah, 70s in Lucas's case. It's like yeah.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, I mean, your future is what you make it, and be inspired to do
That's
great
why I
things.
like talking about stuff like this. It inspires me. And I
I
know
do.
we have similar mindsets, so I knew you'd be inspired.
Yeah,
I can't have,
maybe.
I can't have this conversation with some people because they're haters and shit. Like, but I
See,
said,
I'm leaving with a smile.
kid or like this. It's
I have a
like,
smile on my face now.
those right. Definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. 357 Magnum, baby. You want to support us further? Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, review all your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, and your Amazon Alexa devices. Also, you can follow
TLC.
TLC Talk Radio. Thank you. Yeah, you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how I gets down.
And you can check me out at MSIMAH626 on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Also, SCRHGULIEY1 on X, STRHGULIEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
All of that. And I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.